Welcome to page 20 of Accel Pkt number 3. Today, our I can statement is, I can term combine and solve a two-step equation. Let's take a look at a simple equation that needs to be solved. If you take a look at our example that's been provided, we see the equation negative 5x minus 6 plus 8x plus 2 equals 26. And notice we've dropped a dotted line to cut the equation in half. The left side and, of course, the 26 sits alone on the right side. Before we can solve this equation for the value of x, we need to term combine. We have x terms. Let's box those in. Make sure when you box them in, you grab the sign in front of the term. A negative means loss and a positive means gain. When we circle our constants, we have a loss of 6, let's circle that, but a gain of 2. When we term combine, we follow a simple set of rules. When you have like signs, you add your terms, such as this, a negative 5x combined with a negative 4x, or a loss of 4x. Both terms represent loss. We end up with a loss or negative 9x. But when the signs are unlike one another, we actually subtract, such as positive 10x combined with a loss of 3x's or minus 3x. Well, that gain of 10, but that loss of 3, as we box and term combine, we subtract and we get 7x's, which we know is a gain of 7x's. So let's take a look at what we've been given in our sample equation. A loss of 5, but a gain of 8x's. We actually subtract and get a difference of 3x. And for our constants, a loss of 6, but a gain of 2. Once again, we subtract because they're unlike signs. We get minus 4 equals 26. Now it's a two-step equation and it's ready to solve. Get rid of the constant first. Add 4 to the left, but you also have to add 4 to the right. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. We get 3x equals 26 plus 4 gives us 30. We have to eliminate times 3. The inverse, or the opposite, is to divide the left by 3, represented with a bar, bar 3, but also do the same to the right, divided by 3. We're left with x equals 10. That is the solution to this particular equation. Notice we kept the equal sign aligned with the dotted line. It helps organize our equation as we go through the steps of solving our equation. Let's take a look at the bottom. At the bottom, we are asked to term combine and solve the following equations. Start by dropping a dotted line down each equal sign. Pause the video if you need a little extra time. As we term combine, we're going to box and circle our terms. Let's take a look at number 1. 2x plus 3x equals 25. We have a gain of 2x's and a gain of 3x's. And it equals 25. Bring together your x terms, and we get 5x equals 25. In this problem, we do not have a constant on the left side, so it's a one-step solve. Let's eliminate the times 5 by doing the inverse. Simply divide the left by 5 and the right by 5. Your final answer is x equals 25 divided by 5 is 5. Let's take a look at the next one. We're going to box in the x terms, making sure to grab the sign, and circle the constants, making sure to grab the plus and the minus. X terms can only be combined with x terms, and constants can only be combined with other constants. Here, a gain of 4 x's, but a loss of 2, or minus 2, gives us 2x. And for our constants, a gain of 2, but a loss of 5. That gives us a loss of 3, or minus 3. Now you're ready to solve. In a moment, you can solve this on your own. Let's go down to problem number 3 and continue working. Box in your x terms, grabbing the sign, and we know that this is a gain of 5. Circle the constant. There's only one constant here. So bring together your x terms. We get 7x minus 2. And of course, that equals 12. In a moment, you can solve that two-step equation on your own. And lastly, let's bring together our x terms here. A loss of 2x's, but a gain of 4x's. And then only one constant. A loss of 2, but a gain of 4. We find the difference. We get positive 2x minus 3 equals 25. Pause the video, take a moment, and solve these equations on your own. You should have gotten x equals 9. For number 3, x equals 2. And for number 4, x equals 14. This concludes the video for page 20.